time. Every time I throw out money, yeah, time fly. Just trying what the time fly.
So before we begin, welcome to the Real Talks YT video. We'll be discussing on the slump regarding the Weeknd not receiving any nominations from the 2020 Grammy Awards. I don't know, they really made a big deal. But to be honest, when I heard about it that he didn't get nominated, I mean, for the last 5-6 years, this man didn't get no nomination. He didn't win no Grammy. The only reason why they made a big deal this year is that the Weeknd had enough. The man basically said the Grammy was corrupted. How you not been giving me no Grammys from? You know what I'm saying? I've been dropping them, but he, you know what I'm saying? He took a stand this year. That's why I woke up a lot of people that shook the room. You know? Like Grammy Award nervous right now because he said, I'm not providing y'all any more music. I'm not gonna be giving you guys that. Like my label won't be sending y'all music if you guys are not recognizing my art. Like I mean, when I found that, I was sickening. I was sad. I mean, to be honest, I don't watch the Grammys that much unless it's like, you know, it's a lot of artists, you know, joining the Grammy the year the Grammy Awards is gonna be a big one. You know, other than that, I don't watch it, you know? But we will begin this clip regarding talks about the Weeknd and also Justin Bieber dissing the Grammys because of the disrespect that the Grammys is you know, not nominating and not, you know, give them the award that they deserve, that they worked hard for. So we'll continue.
Grammy nominations were announced yesterday, and the big snub that everybody's talking about is, of course, The Weeknd. He was expected to be a front-runner in Record Album and Song of the Year. He ended up with 0 nominations at all.
0.
Nominated in the pop categories. After the snub, The Weeknd tweeted, "The Grammys remain corrupt. You owe me, my fans, and the industry transparency."
Now, the Grammys actually responded
corrupt.
to The Weeknd.
The Weeknd said Grammys corrupt. We don't disagree.
The interim president says, "I was surprised and can empathize with what he's feeling. His music this year was excellent, and his contributions to the music community and broader world."
So yo, if you feel what he said, give the man what he deserves. The man's the recording academy chair, the interim president. Give the man what he deserves.
Number of deserving artists. It is the only peer-voted music award. We will continue to recognize and celebrate excellence in music while shining a light on the many amazing artists that make up our global community.
Now there's been some speculation that he was snubbed because he was announced as a Super Bowl halftime performer, which would have made it unlikely that he would have been able to perform the week before on the Grammys. But the Recording Academy shoots that rumor down, saying this: to be clear, voting in all categories ended well before the Weeknd's performance at the Super Bowl was announced. So in no way could it have affected the nomination process.
Now, the Weeknd's last 2 albums won the Urban Contemporary Album category, so that category has been renamed Best Progressive R&B Album. He submitted his album.
You might have dissing the man. Just saying progressive. In NBA, that's basically saying most improved player to the Weeknd. It's not most valuable player. Most progressive. Like, yeah, you know, progressive player. That's sad, bro. They're basically dissing the man.
Album there, but the R&B Grammy Committee decided to move it to the much more competitive pop vocal album category. He submitted Heartless for the R&B categories, Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes, and Over Now in pop. But yeah, he failed to get enough votes in any category to get a nom.
Yeah, now someone who was nominated in the pop category was Justin Bieber, and Bieber's Changes album was nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album. Yummy was nominated for Best Pop Vocal Performance, and
Yummy.
he was nominated for Intentions.
Yummy was a banger. Yummy was a banger.
Or group performance, but Bieber is not happy. He's nominated in the pop category. He wrote on Instagram, "Changes was and is an R&B album. It is not being acknowledged as an R&B album, which is very strange to me. For this not to be put into that category feels weird considering From the chords to the melodies to the vocal style, all the way down to the hip-hop drums that were chosen, it is undeniably and unmistakably an R&B album.
Yeah, so Nancy says he was robbed. Yazzie says Blinding Lights is a huge song. What more does it take? Nelson says, I don't know anything about it, but I guess others were better. Janice says Taylor's new album is not pop. It's not a pop album as well. Yeah, that's interesting. She could have submitted that in folk or Americana album, but yeah. So a lot of it comes down to where the artist and the label actually submits their music. A lot of the time, it's not the Grammys deciding where an album is going to go, but they can't move stuff too.
Yeah, and I think that they have the same problem. I think that Bieber and The Weeknd are dealing with the same sort of situation.
Canadian artists is not being recognized for their art. Their music is not being recognized for their art. It's really sad. And they've been conquering, taking control, killing it for the last 5, 6, 10 years regarding music, and none of them haven't received like nominations or Grammys for their work. Like, come on, man.
Sort of puts you in a weird position where if you don't fall directly in line in that lane, you may lose out on everything because you won't have enough votes to sort of make it to the album and everything else. And you know, is The Weeknd a pop act or is The Weeknd an R&B act? That's the. I don't know. I don't know. And if you're an R&B voter and you hear Blinding Lights or the rest of that album, are you saying this is R&B? Or are you saying this is pop? And if you're pop, knowing the history of The Weeknd at the Grammys, are you saying, no, this is a sort of pop-leaning R&B album? And then you're like, this doesn't belong in this category either. So it's tough, but it's unfortunate that it seems like in order to get nominated, you really have to stick in your lane. And I don't know if the Grammys will ever look at Bieber as an R&B artist. Bieber may release an R&B album, but he is 100% a pop artist.
But they didn't give him to the progressive album, so like,
if you're a black artist, you're nominated R&B. If you're a white artist,
imagine what the man said. Look,
to be a little bit the case they didn't nominate The Weeknd in pop. They didn't nominate Bieber in R&B. But yeah, from all indications, it seems like Bieber was submitted in pop, so his problem is with the label. Yeah, The Weeknd's an interesting one, because the other thing I wonder too, so I'm still not fully understanding what the process is, but the R&B committee listened to his album, decided, no, this isn't R&B enough, it needs to go to pop. Is there communication that happens that says, hey guys, we're not considering The Weeknd, you know, R&B, so now it's on you guys in pop to nominate The Weeknd? Is there that conversation? Like, is this an instance where they moved it into pop? A lot of the pop voters didn't even realize that The Weeknd was now exclusively in pop. Like, I don't know what the communication that happens there, because I mean, these are huge committees, right? And they're listening to all this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to fix up. Like,
to pop. I don't know what the circumstance is.
Well, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, and it's messy. And you know, The Weeknd is calling for transparency, which, you know, is, I think, the most you could ask for. He's not raging. He's not coming out saying, I was better than everybody. All he was asking for is transparency, because it is peculiar. It's peculiar that nothing was nominated. That's what seems
nothing, not even one.
There wasn't one category that somebody decided to recognize everything he's done off that record. Not one.
Not even one.
He points to another thing. Bieber should just be nominated. He was just be happy he was nominated. His latest music is not good. Yeah, that Changes album was not very good.
No.
And it disappeared real fast. Like, I even think Bieber fans would admit that was not his strongest work. So I don't know how Yummy got a best pop solo.
Nah, Yummy, he deserved that.
Intentions is a great
Yummy,
song.
he deserved that.
That was the only thing good about that album. I have no idea how that album got nominated for best pop solo album.
To be honest with you, I don't know, man. I don't know when the Grammys will change. I don't know the Grammys, but the system, I don't know when it's gonna like fix up and change up, man. I'm about to start dropping music too. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know, man. I really don't know. There's a lot of artists out there, especially the Canadian music. You know what I'm saying? Are not being recognized for their art. We thank The Weeknd for taking action, you know what I'm saying what he said. You know, I hope the Grammys will take it into consideration and make a change. Other than that, we won't stop, you know what I'm saying? We won't still gonna drop music for the world to listen, for the people to enjoy. So if you guys have any comments, comment on my video below. Hope you guys can get me to 1,000 subscribers. Like, subscribe, enjoy, take care, one love. You already know what it is. Real Talks YT out.